Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well today. And in this video I'm kind of sort of hoping to talk about feels more like rant about an often overlooked shift in, the gaming paradigm. Specifically the switch from slow-moving arena shooters to fast-paced movement ones. And I'll be using the two biggest Very Milk Defender franchises to highlight what I'm talking about. We all know what they are. It's COD and Halo. The ultimate rivals, best of friends, or biggest of enemies, however you want to call them. Now, you're definitely going to see my own personal bias, seeing as I was born in 2004 and grew up on the older, slower, more simplistic games. But it's my channel, dang it. Let me complain like an old man yelling at clouds, alright? Alright, so, I'll start with Halo, because it's my favorite franchise of all time. Now, harken your mind back to the early 2010s, before Halo 4 if you can. Halo was the most beloved, most played series of games ever. Everyone was like, yes, Halo. I mean, Halo 3's release alone, shattering. But when Reach dropped, it was like a nuke went off in the Halo community. New art style, big deviations from its predecessor. It was like a match in a powder keg. But Sprint. For the first time, you could get somewhere faster, navigate in ways you couldn't. Engagements took on a different way with Sprint. But before the Sprint system was added, you can simply you could try, in the campaign, you can try and walk past all the enemies. Without a vehicle, it didn't really go well for you. You just get shot at a bunch. And in multiplayer, you had to stand your ground. You had to fight back. You couldn't run away. And that was with Sprint, you can just sprint past all the enemies around a corner, or in multiplayer, somebody gets you low, you just turn tail and you sprint away. Tee-hee, you can't catch me, I'm going around this corner. So really, truly, it kind of sort of gave the player the edge in pretty much any scenario, which you would want, truly, but it was certainly a splash in the Halo community, and it really polarized Halo's audience. Now, frankly, back then, I was never really offended by Halo Reach's sprint. But now I can look back and see why folks were so mad. It kind of opened a door that you couldn't really close. Because once you added it and it was received and became a part of the system, what could you do? And then when Halo 4 made it a base feature over an armor ability, there was really truly no going back. And then Halo 5 turned your entire suit into glorified movement slop, but that's not the point. Well, it kind of is the point. And by that point, by the start of Halo 4, the franchise had basically lost its seat as the GOAT. Player decline, stagnation, poor handling of the IP after Bungie left. They butchered my Halo before my very eyes. So even though I was always a Halo man, I sought a return to form. So my eyes, they wandered. They wandered to the rival, Call of Duty. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll go play some of the old CODs. I know they're good. I mean, surely they had Sprint from the very start pretty much, but that's the extent of their movement. So now we enter Call of Duty. Now, Halo and COD had a long-standing rivalry, Both franchises had their peak games under their belts. They competed with each other for the king, all that. But to COD's credit, they released a very goated lineup. I mean, World at War, all 3 OG Modern Warfare games, Black Ops 1 and 2. We'll get to Black Ops 3. It seemed COD was cooking for good. Halo 4 released at the same time pretty much as Black Ops 2, and it seemed Halo had made the slip. COD rose above. But, just when they had taken the seat, they got the glory, the crown, they released Call of Duty Ghosts. And it shook things up a little bit, to say the least. I mean, a lot of folks seemed to scorn Call of Duty Ghosts. Its story, the way it changed fan favorite modes. The way it was sort of like the Halo Reach of Call of Duty, but taken with a lot less grace. So what does COD do after this? This little spook, this little hiccup in the road? They follow up COD Ghosts with Advanced Warfare. Exosuit movement, including double jump, exo sliding, ground pound, and a plethora of other abilities. Like Black Ops 2 with their future stuff but dialed up to 11. Needless to say, it was the start of Call of Duty's dark path into movement slop. There was a silver lining for Call of Duty, though. Black Ops 3. Which, to everyone's surprise, was really good. It was like a weight off of everyone's chest. and a renewed hope for maybe they can actually handle this right and things will be still good. And then they followed it up with Infinite Warfare, and well, we all know how Infinite Warfare went. I was frankly a fan of the story mode, even though it literally copied Halo's everything, but we'll ignore that. We'll ignore that. Now, what am I meaning by all this ranting and rambling about how, oh, the old games were so good, then the modern ones, they sped things up a little bit, and no one liked that. Well, I didn't like that. Meh, 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 meh. Like, why am I nostalgia farming and whining about all this stuff that seems like it was a lifetime ago? Well, as I get older, and I look back on those golden age slow shooters, and then I look at what the new age gets to grow up on, I just feel it bears reminding that where these giants came from is the slow movement genre, and what people are missing out on by only playing the newest games with their shiny graphics, their big price tags, and their skins and all that. And I know the industry standard is so far from those old games, we'll never see another like them. But they're still there. They're still important. They're still loved. So I really just want to encourage the younger generation to go on a sort of blast from the past adventure through all the oldies. Compare and contrast compared to the modern titles. And if you love the movement and the newer era games, that's just fine. They're good in their own right, just a far cry from their predecessors, the ones that I enjoyed more. And it's my own personal opinion, dang it. I'll always be a fan of the more grounded, slower-paced sandbox arena kind of shooters. The ones where you played, enjoyed, and went on with your day. Not the attention, black holes, grind set, microtransaction model all gaming giants seem to follow today. And I hope that perhaps with enough players, people, yada yada yada, they yearn for the older model, maybe we'll get one more gem, one more like the oldies. But hey, in closing, I'm just saying what I'm saying. And if you made it this far, I thank you. And if you didn't make it this far, I still thank you. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and God bless.